So, I say welcome to all of you on behalf of the Italian National Committee. I will inform you that from yesterday I am also the chair of the Italian National Committee. I am the chair of ICTC9, that is the International Technical Committee for Railways, but since today I am also the Italian chair for the Mirror Committee in Italy. I want to say thanks to Hitachi Rail for the organization, and for particularly to you, Pietro, that you were very keen to organize this meeting. And obviously I want to say thanks to all the speakers and to the people that is participating. My speech will be very brief. I have not prepared a presentation. Nevertheless, Paolo asked me to summarize in a PowerPoint what I am saying now, and then after, when I will be the moderator of the first panel. What I want to say to you is following what you have said on the relationship between standardization and innovation, and the interesting fact that in the past standardization was arriving later on, when the state of the art was steady. Nowadays technologies are moving so fast that this is no more possible, and for some important topics it is necessary to move in advance. This is the idea that in Changsha in China in 2010 was discussed during a dinner between all the delegates from the European country that were participating to ICTC9. And from this discussion, ICT on trains was born. And in fact, we had the first event in October 2011 in Prague, and we were discussing the relationship between regulation, standardization, and innovation. After that, we had a second workshop that was in October 2013 in Milan, and we continue in this discussion and presentation about the relationship between standardization, regulation, and research. And a third workshop was held in Birmingham in September 2015, and another in Brussels on 2017. And this was mainly oriented to digitalization of railways and railway data security. I think that the meeting of the workshop that we have today is the continuation of the workshop that we had in Brussels, because we are addressing today the digitalization in the sense of big data, of artificial intelligence, and IoT. All these topics are generated at the moment the attention of the standardization body in IC and ISO. And in fact, IC and ISO, they have a joint committees that are addressing these topics. But the result of this workshop will be a very good and interesting input for orienting the standardization. So, okay, as I have said, standardization is no more something that comes later, but I can give you two very important examples in which standardization was creating innovation. And the first is a story that is nowadays more than 20 years ago. That is when at IC level and Senelec level, we started the standardization of the train communication network, the famous TCN, that now are more than 20 years, and the working group is still working because technology is continuing to go. And a second example is a European example, I think very well known, that is the energy measuring system. Because when the working group in Senelec started to standardize the energy measuring system, there were no example except some, let's say, example in Germany. But in that case, Germany was using on board of trains energy measuring system similar to the one that are on the wall of residential or industrial sites, and this was absolutely not useful to solve the problem, especially when the train is crossing an energy border that may be a border between two member states, or maybe also a border inside the same member state, but in which there is a different provider of energy. So this is also a second example, very successful, because the energy measuring system was developed by the standardization group in Senelec, and now it is a reality, and there are a lot of installation in Europe. I want to drive your attention on the fact that sometimes what is, how to say, creating delay in the innovation may be the fact that the research costs are too high, and that the companies are not sure of what will be the regulation and the standardization framework. But if innovation is going in parallel with standardization, when the product is available and the standard is also available, this is creating a situation that is more comfortable, and the cost can be shared between the participants in the standardization. So, thank you very much.